Good morning, guys. Hey, room 214. It's your, who am I? Did I hear someone say it? It's your teacher. That's right. It's me, your teacher, Miss Alicia. Hey, boys. And guess what? We're going to have a little bit of, what's this word? Class. We are going to have class. But I have a question for you. I have a question. My question is, are we going to be having class at home? Are we going to be having class at school? Did I hear someone say home? Because if I did, you're right. We are at home. We're at home to stay safe from those yucky germs still. But guess what? We can still do the things that we do in school at home. So today we're going to do the two things we do in class. Does anyone remember? In class, we, anyone say it? We work and we learn. That's right. In class, whether we're at home or school, we work and learn, and we work and learn together. So even though we're not in room 214, we are still room 214, and we still work and learn together. All right, guys. First, I'm going to talk about the date. I know that we haven't been talking about the date much, but Miss Alicia went to school and got our picture cards. So now I've got some things to do with you guys besides sing songs. But I'll be singing songs too, don't worry. So what date is today? Does anyone know? What is the day? Yesterday was Monday. So today is, who can read that? Today is Tuesday. That's right. It's Tuesday. And what do we do on Tuesday? I'll sing it for you. Ready? Tuesday, get your T-Rex on, your T-Rex on, your T-Rex on. So get your T-Rex on today, all day, because it is, who can read it? Tuesday. That's right. Good job. So the day is Tuesday. The month, let me adjust this a little bit, guys. The month is, so we've had January, February, March, and April. The month is April. Who can say April? April. So we know the day is Tuesday. The month is April. And the number date. Can anyone look at this number and tell me what it is? It's a 2 and a 1. It's 21. You're right. Today is Tuesday, April. And instead of 21, we'll say 21st. And our year is still 2020. So that's today's date. And I have some fun lessons planned for you that's going to be coming up in some of our next videos. We're going to be talking about outside and nature, since that's kind of what we're focusing on this week because it's Earth Day tomorrow. So we're going to be talking about the pond. A pond is a small body of water, but it supports a lot of plant life and animal life. It's called a habitat. And then we're going to read some books about the pond habitat. And then we're going to sing a super fun song with Miss Alicia and do some, what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are those things? Are they letters? Are they numbers? Yes, good job. So what we're going to be talking about today is the pond, numbers, and read some books. And I'm sure Miss Emily and Amanda have some super fun things planned for you too. So stay tuned for more. Bye, boys. Love you. See you soon with our books and our songs. Hey guys, it's Miss Alicia, and I'm here to read with you. First, we're going to do a fictional book, and we're going to listen to the story as it's being read on Bookflix about the pond. And then Miss Alicia is going to read a nonfiction book about you, and we're going to compare and contrast our fiction and nonfiction and what we saw in the pond. I think we're going to see some of the same things in our fiction and our nonfiction. All right, let's listen up and enjoy our fiction.
In the small, small pond.
Oh, look, there's a froggy. Splash, froggy.
In the small, small pond.
Look, what do you think those are? I think they might be tadpoles, which are baby frogs.
Wiggle. Jiggle. Tadpoles wriggle.
I was right, they're tadpoles. There's our frog friend. Ribbit, ribbit.
Waddle. Wade. Geese parade.
Oh, there's Froggy. Ribbit, ribbit. Huh, what are those bugs? Does anyone know? I think they're dragonflies. Oh, look, there's two turtles in the pond.
Doze.
Sleepy turtles.
Eyes closed.
And there's Froggy. Ribbit, ribbit. Does anyone know what kind of bird that is?
Lash. Lunge.
I bet it's a heron.
Heron's plunge.
I was right.
Splitter, splatter. Minnows scatter. Circle. Swirl.
Oh, do you guys see those circles in the pond?
Whirligigs twirl. Sweep. Swoop. Swallows scoop. Click, clack. Claws crack.
Oh, look at those crayfish, or as we call them in the South, the crawdads.
Dabble, dip. Tails flip. Splish, splash. Paws flash.
Oh, there's Froggy. Ribbit, ribbit.
Pile. Pack. Muskrat stack.
Oh, a muskrat. Cool.
Chill breeze. Winter freeze.
Oh, it looks like the seasons have changed in the pond and now it's cold. Look at the snow, boys.
Cold night. Sleep tight. Small, small pond.
Oh, good night, small, small pond. That's the end of our story. I sure did enjoy it. Let's go ahead and go on to our nonfiction experience. Are you guys ready to read a nonfiction book about the pond? Let's do it. Miss Alicia is going to read this one to you. Life in a Pond by Alan Fowler. This is a nonfiction text. Do you see the real picture of a duck? What does a duck say? Quack, quack. This is a lake. It's big and deep. Wait a second. I thought we were reading about ponds. A lake is not a pond. Oh, here we go. This is a pond. It's small and shallow. When something is shallow, it means that the water's not very deep. Sunlight reaches the bottom of the pond. This allows plants to take root and grow there, all across the pond. I guess sunlight doesn't reach the bottom of the lake, so that's why a lake and a pond are different. A lake is big and deep, and a pond is small and shallow. A pond is a wonderful place to learn about nature. Do you guys know what nature is? It's the outside world. I'm outside right now, but my camera is pointing towards my house, so you can't see nature. But if you listen carefully, you might hear some nature. You can see all kinds of life in and around a pond. The smallest pond life is plankton, very tiny plants and animals floating in the water. I don't think you can see plankton, though. I think it's too small. Plant plankton, or algae, sometimes forms a green film on the surface of a pond. Oh, okay, so you can see it when it gets all together and makes a film across the top of the water. Plankton is food for some of the pond's animals, and they in turn are eaten by larger animals. Bass, sunfish, and perch are some of the fish you might find in a pond. You might also find shrimp or crayfish or clams. We saw crayfish in our fiction book, didn't we? But Miss Alicia says I call them crawdads. Either way, it's right. You find them in a pond. Turtles and frogs and snakes and snails often live in and around our ponds. We saw turtles and frogs in our fiction book. I don't think we saw any snakes or snails in that little pond. Big dragonflies may fly over the pond. Do you guys remember the dragonflies in our fiction book? They were the long, skinny bugs with the big wings. Those are dragonflies. Other insects, such as water striders, walk on top of the water. Ducks, geese, and swans visit ponds to rest and to feed on floating duckweed. We saw some geese in our fiction book too, so we know that those are all living in the pond, huh? Our fiction and our nonfiction book told us. Long-legged birds such as egrets and herons may wade through a pond. We saw the heron wading through the pond. Now, when you wade, you don't swim. When you swim, your whole body's in the water. But when you wade, you put your feet in the water and you walk in the water, but the top half of your body is out of the water. Deer, moose, raccoons, and other mammals come there for water and food. I don't think we saw a deer, moose, or raccoon, but we did see a muskrat in our other book. That's a mammal. One animal, the beaver, makes its own ponds. Beavers live in underwater homes called lodges. I wonder how that beaver makes a pond. Let's find out. The beavers cut down trees with their sharp teeth. Oh my goodness, their teeth must be so sharp to cut down trees. That's my beaver imitation. Then they use the trees and mud to make a dam across the stream. Now, when you build a dam, you're blocking water in and it makes the water pool up. That's how they do it. A deep pond forms behind the dam, deep enough so the beavers can build their homes. Those smart beavers. They're figuring out how to make ponds for themselves. Trees, such as willows and cypresses, often grow around ponds. Some kinds of plants float in pond water. Water lilies, like these, can cover a pond with their flat leaves. They often have pretty flowers. Do you think those pink flowers are pretty? I do. I love water lilies. Plants that take root along the shores of a pond include cattails and other reeds, tall grasses, ferns, and pond weeds. Have you guys ever seen a cattail? To me, they look like corn dogs, but don't eat them because they're not. Waste material from dead plants and animals sink to the bottom of a pond. As the waste builds up, the pond becomes more shallow, and that means the ground under the water gets closer and closer to the top, and the water gets closer and closer to the bottom. Now the plant life on its shores can grow closer to the center of the pond. So as the pond becomes more shallow, more plants grow around it. After many years, reeds and grasses may grow all across the pond. The pond has become a marsh, or it may even dry up completely. A marsh is like squishy land. It's like land you wouldn't want to walk in because your feet might really sink. Blech. But new ponds are always forming. Some are made by nature, some by people, and some by beavers. Oh, you know what? I would love to have a pond in my yard so I could observe all the wildlife. I know that at Carl Sandburg House, they have a man-made pond there. And if we ever get to go back, you guys can look at the minnows and frogs that live there. I know I've had fun doing that. All right, boys. So there's our stories about the pond. We had a fiction and a nonfiction experience. And to me, both books talked about the same thing. So we know that a pond is a small pool of shallow water, and it supports many kinds of animals like snakes, frogs, turtles, even beavers and muskrats. Birds too, ducks and geese. I saw those in both our books. The pond is a very important part of our ecosystem. Maybe one day we can go explore a pond together. Until then, boys, I love you. I'll see you soon with our math activity.